Trouble. He said that he came in after Trouble. He did not come in before Trouble. So when you all look at it, in actual reality, it may seem like a setup, but at the same time, she called Jermichael first. So that made it to the point where, like, everybody around basically stating that Jermichael came there with the strap because he knew he was going to have to pop somebody because she texted him first and then she blocked him. So when a person do that, their antennas already up. So you know for a fact, oh great, this is nothing to the females. Hey, I repeat, this nothing to the females again. It's just the circumstances of the situation. Y'all got to look at the fact that she called Jermichael first as if she was in an intimate relationship with Jermichael because he was the first thought. And Trouble was just the last aftermath. He was the backup plan. Sad to say, you guys, but this is what it is. I don't want you guys to think nothing else but the truth and the receipts and the facts of what's really going on.
Yeah, and look, the fact that he got hit one time in the chest and the fact that she didn't get hit means that she wasn't like in front of him or around him. So that means he walked into a room where Trouble was just there and she ran out the room or ran into the bathroom. So she knew that this Jermichael dude was coming in, and allegedly they saying that he broke in or whatever, right? But look, how can you break in like that? This dude didn't have a whole kit. He didn't come through the window, nothing like that. They didn't say the door was broken or anything. She has some sort of key that she gave Jermichael Jones because she know that she wants him to be able to come there. And when you look at the fact that there's no signs of break-in, it's just that's what the report is saying. She was hiding in the bathroom, and he broke into the bathroom. That's where the break-ins happened. And that's where he slapped her up and did whatever to have her be, getting treated right now. And hopefully she has a quick recovery and everything like that. But what you got to see is the fact that open your eyes and look at how if she was in the bathroom, ran in, and he had to come in and get her, she knew he was coming into that door. She left Trouble sitting in that living room watching TV. She tried to put on the Celtic game, the Warriors game, just to show exactly like, hey, sit down real quick. She said she was going to take off her makeup or da-da-da. She made up some excuse, right? She went into the bathroom, and next thing you know, that's when Jermichael walked in, and he had a clear view of it. That's why he came in and only busted one round, because he knew that she wasn't going to be in that room so that she doesn't get hit up. And then when she screamed, that wasn't going to plan, because he realized that she was just alerting all the people that lived in every little wall around her. You can't scream in that neighborhood with her voice, because that's when people going to start calling authorities, this and that, making calls in. And so that's why he slapped her up, is because she screamed and was going to yell to call 911, help, help, help. So he didn't want to catch in a case like that. So he shut up, smacked the left, right. That's what he did. And apparently she was left unconscious. And that's a tragic, tragic situation. And like I said, we want her to have a speedy recovery. Nobody should have to go through that. But, man, what happened to Trouble is much worse. And we got to say, man, I've been rocking with Trouble from day one. Watch the whole documentary on Edgewood and everything. And what you got to understand is that's a nice neighborhood. It's not like a random occurrence, man. So everything is leading back to a love triangle setup situation. Either way you look at it, it has to be a setup. And the fact that they're saying in the news that the dude Jermichael doesn't know Trouble, that makes no sense. Trouble's a big rapper. Everybody knows him. And this Jermichael dude is a rapper also. He's going to know his peers and colleagues and coworkers. At some point, he probably got finessed or something, or try to even get a feature from Trouble, or couldn't, or we don't know what the situation is between them, and that's what's going to be dug in a little bit more to be released. And man, it's crazy, because the investigators, they looking in, they swabbed the entire place, they raided in to look for any signs of tampering before, if they moved Trouble, if he was in his place. They say he was on the ground. So if he was on the ground, he wasn't laying on the ground to begin with. He was already standing up somewhere. And they didn't see none of the feathers in the couch get ripped out or nothing. So you know that the round didn't hit. He wasn't sitting on the couch. He was actually standing with possibly the remote in hand inside of the living room. And this is what the girl knew. And man, so once they get them phone records from her phone just got seized. And basically, they're going to go and look and see who she called first and exactly what the responses are. So once they figure out those responses, that's where they're going to go ahead and move forward into the whole situation. But until then, she's getting treated and basically has buffer time in order to come up with a story or come up to get lawyered up. Don't forget, she herself knows and works with the law. So that's one thing. And, you know, her involvement with rappers is going to draw some suspicions. They're going to ask her these types of tough questions. And her family is preparing her right now because her family is very, very powerful. They're very wealthy. They're going to be providing like the top-notch attorneys in the entire country that you can get. The guys you see on TV all the time, that's the type of people that's going to be representing her. You already know they're going to come up with some sort of way to get her out this jam. And in the meantime, the streets, man, they couldn't get to Jamichael dude fast enough. But apparently he turned himself. No, he didn't turn himself in. The authorities apprehended him and he gave up to them. So he turned himself into authorities who then turned him in to Cobb County and that whole county that they're in that part of Atlanta.
Before everything even went down, by her being in this living room, and when she came in, it goes to show that her in the living room, she knew what was about to happen. She knew what was about to occur. She knew that it was about to go down with Trouble.
And what happened to Trouble is much worse. And we gotta say, man, I've been rocking with Trouble from day one. Man, watch the whole documentary on Edgewood and everything. And what you gotta understand is that's a nice neighborhood. It's not like a random occurrence, man. So everything is leading back to a love triangle setup situation. Either way you look at it, it has to be a setup. And the fact that they're saying in the news that the dude, Jamichael, doesn't know Trouble, that makes no sense. Trouble's a big rapper. Everybody knows him. And this Jamichael dude is a rapper also. He's going to know his peers and colleagues and coworkers. At some point, he probably got finessed or something or try to even get a feature from Trouble or couldn't, or, you know, we don't know what the situation is between them. And that's what's going to be dug in a little bit more to be released. And man, it's crazy because the investigators, they looking in, they swabbed the entire